New this morning on your Fast Track to 7, a Fargo man is dead after being hit by a semi in the Northern Valley. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the 30-year-old victim failed to yield at the intersection of County Road 15 and 89th Street North, just outside of the town of Rolette last night around 6 o'clock. He was hit on the driver's side by a semi pulling a loaded grain trailer and died.
The semi hit the ditch, catching fire. That driver seriously injured. Troopers not yet releasing the names of those victims.
Highway 32 and 34th Street Northeast for a bus accident. There are multiple injuries. They're requesting as many ambulances as possible.
You just heard police dispatch there sending help to Nelson County, North Dakota in what turned out to be a fatal crash involving a school bus and a pickup.
The pickup driver died. Several students were then rushed to the hospital. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie has the latest from the scene.
The Hatton Northwood volleyball team had just 6 miles to go to get to their match in Petersburg when their bus struck a pickup driver at the intersection of Nelson County Road 4. Officials say the pickup driver was killed in the crash and several students were taken to All True Hospital in Grand Forks for their injuries. It was an all-hands-on-deck situation. Hospitals in Fargo, Park River, and Grand Forks were told to prepare. Every ambulance within an hour radius was called in, as were helicopters. Investigators worked the crash scene for several hours, trying to piece together what happened. We're still waiting on those details, as well as the name of the pickup driver who was killed in the crash. Officials indicated that all of the students on the bus were going to be okay. No life-threatening injuries. Reporting in Nelson County, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
The schools involved in that crash said that they will have counselors available to speak with students at school today. New this morning, a man suspected in the deadly shooting of a small-town Iowa police officer now in custody after being captured in Minnesota. 43-year-old Kyle Rickey of Algona, Iowa, was taken into custody near a relative's home in Sleepy Eye.
Police say 33-year-old officer Kevin Cram was shot as he tried to arrest Rickey on an active warrant for harassment. Rickey is awaiting extradition back to Iowa now in the coming days.
Time now for a look at our storm team forecast as we send things over to meteorologist Lisa Green on our Friday morning. Hey there.
Good morning. Yeah, we're looking at some conditions that are going to turn sunny here for today. We've got a very fall-like feel in the forecast, especially heading into this weekend as well. So let's talk about what we can expect over the next few days. This morning, we are starting with a few clouds in Fargo. Those are slowly moving eastward, and eventually we'll get some sunshine here. Waiting on that sun to come up, in fact. It's not going to be up for about another 10 minutes or so at 7:05 this morning. It's 54 degrees in Fargo. Wind is still southwesterly at 7 miles per hour right now. At the Moorhead Airport, we're at 52 degrees. And in Grand Forks, more clear skies for you to start off today. We're looking at temperatures into the 50s as well, 55 degrees, a west-northwesterly wind at 12 miles per hour. So that wind turning a little more westerly or northwesterly today. That'll help to kind of keep us a little bit cooler. And in addition to that, we're going to see that wind pick up as we go through the day. We're watching the first round of rain move on. Some thunderstorms east and south of the Red River Valley. A couple of clouds drifting through right now along places like the Beltrami County area, back along the border with South Dakota as well. And for the most part, we do get to enjoy some sunshine for much of the day, especially in the Southern Valley. Starting out at the bus stop this morning, not too bad for kids in the 50s heading home from school. We're looking at some low 70s in the south, 71 at 3 p.m. in Fargo. The wind again increasing out of the west-northwest with some gusts into the 20s. And then later tonight, those clouds dip into the Northern Valley, and there could be a couple of showers with that too. So have that umbrella handy if you're going to be out at a football game tonight in the Northern Valley. This weekend, Saturday is going to start off with some of those clouds lingering into the first half of the day. Then we clear out, and it'll be a cooler day, a high of 68 degrees. But check out Monday. We're heating up this weekend. Sunday's going to be warm, and Monday feeling like summertime. Tuesday likely our warmest day next week, into the mid-80s.
But still some decent weather to get out there and maybe see some of the changing fall colors.
Yeah, starting to get patchy. We're getting reports from the Minnesota DNR of some areas, especially in that northwestern corner of Minnesota, where we're 25 to 50% of fall color. So it's happening, and we've got a good opportunity to be out and about looking at that this weekend.
Yeah, we love it. Okay, thank you, Lisa.
Breaking news overnight, an historic labor strike by United Auto Workers. Union workers now on the picket lines this morning after the deadline to reach a contract agreement passed last night at midnight.
The three companies involved are General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis, and it's the first time in the union's 80-plus year history that it hit all three companies at the same time.
There's a billionaire class and there's the rest of us. We're all expected to sit back and take the scraps and live paycheck to paycheck and scrape to get by. We're second-class citizens. And the sad reality is, when corporations fail, we pay the price. Our workers pay the price. We made all the sacrifice in the economic, in the Great Recession. And the sad reality is they've had a decade of record profits. When they're profitable, it's all theirs. They want to keep it all.
The union says the big three automakers made $21 billion in profits in the first 6 months of this year. July was a record breaker for the North Dakota oil business. The State Department of Mineral Resources says North Dakota set all-time highs in both natural gas produced and captured.
Oil production also rose to 1.1 million barrels per day, and they expect it to hit 1.2 million barrels a day by the end of this year. A Fargo church holding a special mass later this month, all to honor law enforcement and first responders.
St. Anthony's in South Fargo will host a Blue Mass at noon September 29th. That's also the feast of St. Michael, the patron saint of police officers. That service will be recognizing all of those who work in public safety. The big blast still on track for tomorrow morning in downtown Fargo. The Lashkowitz high-rise near Dyke East in the downtown Y set for implosion tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. The evacuation zone is ordered from 5:30 to 9:30 in the morning. That's the area immediately surrounding the building that will then be dropped by dynamite.
You can expect a lot of people will be watching from a safe distance. Here's what you can expect. 1 long signal means they're preparing to blast. 2 short means it's just about to happen. And 3 short signals means the all clear. Fargo Fire suggests wearing earplugs to protect your hearing. A litter of puppies that was abandoned near Barnesville now ready for their forever homes. 3 are being fostered through Homeward Animal Shelter and For Love of Dog. The other 2 are in the process of getting adopted.
Both shelters are at capacity, though, so they need more people to foster or adopt. If you're interested, you can follow the links under this story. Just find it on your free VNL News app. Princess Diana's 1981 black and red sheep sweater has been sold at Sotheby's auction in New York for $1.1 million. That's the new auction record for any article of clothing that was worn by the late princess.
Yeah, take a look at it there on your screen. Now, Diana first wore this red sweater depicting a lone black sheep among rows of white sheep to watch then Prince Charles play in a polo match. This was in June of 1981. This was an entire month before they were married, but of course this sparked speculation over its potential significance.
The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start.
But the Valley Today rolling on. More live up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up right now on the Fargo CW. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Valley Today. My name is Ashlyn Hill.
And I'm Jordan Schreier. Take a look at those cute pups again up for adoption. Have a good Friday.